Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. I'm Olivia.
I'm Mark.
And this is a part of the intro where I don't know what to say.
So Twitters and
Facebook and locations and phone numbers and website, singular, check it out. This is the show where we talk about the books hitting the shelves on this week of June 3, the first
July.
Wednesday. Oh, July 3. This is the first Wednesday of the month.
It is.
So all the descriptions are very long.
Bear with us.
Let's jump right into it.
Okay.
Aero,
Aero.
#1 from Marvel with Leafin, Greg Pak, and Poppin' the Hand, and Kang.
The Emperor.
The breakout stars of War of Realms, Agents of Atlas debut in an oversized team-up book.
Woo!
Exclamation point. Get ready for the English language debut of the first appearance of Aero, the high-flying Shanghaiese. Okay.
Sure.
I've never heard it said like that. Superheroine created for Marvel by Leifin and Kang in a brand new story written by Planet Hulk writer Greg Pak. Aero teams up with Wave, all caps, Marvel's new Filipina superheroine. What strange forces have turned the buildings of Shanghai into monstrous golems? And what is the secret origin of Wave?
Wow. All that in one book?
2 superheroes in one book, but only one superhero gets the title. I think it's 2 separate stories.
Probably.
Why don't you read us about another international story?
I will.
Kind of.
Yes, this is probably a one-shot. I think this is another one of the 80th anniversary things because it's got older creators on it. Captain America Invaders, Bahamas Triangle, #1. Bahamas Triangle. Written by Roy Thomas and art by Jerry Ordway, two of actually my favorite creators. March 1941. Assigned to safeguard President Roosevelt during a fishing trip in the Bahamas, the newly commissioned Cap endures his baptism under fire. While a German U-boat carrying the Nazi super soldier called Der Wunderkrieger, or Wonder Warrior, heads up for the island chain's capital. His mission to kidnap England's once king, the Duke of Windsor, and sit him on the throne of a defeated Britain. That sounds like an awesome plan. But others happen to be in that part of the Atlantic as well. The once bitter rivals, the Submariner and the Human Torch. I can see why the Submariner would be there, but I'm not sure why the Human Torch would be hanging out in the Bahamas. But hey,
because it's hot there.
Maybe he's working on his tan, the android tan. Maybe.
Probably working on his tan.
Maybe.
I feel like that's something Johnny would do.
That's not Johnny.
Johnny Storm. Oh, you're right.
That's the old original android Human Torch.
True. Doom Patrol is back. Weight of the World's #1 from mature readers. From DC Comics with Gerard Way, I like his stuff, and Jeremy Lambert and James Harvey.
And Spencer Riggs.
Yeah.
All hail the supreme shape. Gerard Way and the world's strangest superheroes. I don't know what just happened.
I'm looking for something.
Return in an all-new series that takes them beyond the borders of time and space! Exclamation point. Featuring artwork by acclaimed cartoonist James Harvey. And no mention of Jeremy Lambert in this description. This issue finds the Doom Patrol facing off against the fanatical fitness fiends of planet Orbius and the Marathon Eternal. Meanwhile, Cliff Steele, formerly known as Robot Man, must come to terms with his new body of flesh and bone, ... Yet the real test turns out to be something far more frightening. His mom!
Oh my gosh. Riggs' mom wouldn't ever let him watch the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Because she's dead.
Oh boy. Alright, another Marvel comic here. Fantastic Four, Prodigal Son.
S-U-N.
Yes, number 1. From Peter David and Francesco Manna. Francesco. There's a eyelash there bugging the crap out of me. Okay. Chapter 1 of 3.
1 of 3, but they didn't even say 1 of 3 in the title.
It doesn't.
Oh, because I think I see why.
Well, let's find out. Let's delve into it.
There you go. You guys are in.
The first of 3 interconnected special issues featuring the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer, and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Meaning that they probably all are coming out under the different title when they could just have them all as a 1 out of 3 miniseries. But why would you do that? That's so...
So
that makes too
1998.
much sense.
Sure. Introducing Prodigal. A strange alien being who has crash landed in the Savage Land. Okay, so everybody needs to buy this because there's a new character, and it'll be like $1 million on eBay in 2 weeks.
And it's in the Savage Land. That's where Conan goes.
That's true. When he becomes worshipped by a race of swamp-dwelling barbarians, but I don't think Conan's one of them.
He's not swamp dwelling.
No. Kazar and Shauna call up upon the Fantastic Four to aid them in stopping the barbarians' plans to conquer the entirety of their world. Join Prodigal on his lengthy journey to try to return home to settle old scores. So,
That sounds
Prodigal
kind of cool.
is trying to phone home.
Yup. I guess. Phone home so he could beat up some baddies.
Yes.
Or goodies. We don't know
That's
his
true.
alignment yet.
That's true. I don't know.
Lois Lane, number 1 of 12 from DC. Who would have thunk it?
Man.
Greg Rucka and Mike Perkins on the road again. And out of Metropolis and carrying a secret that could disrupt Superman's life, Lois Lane embarks on a harrowing journey to uncover a threat to her husband and a plot that reaches the highest levels of the international power brokers and world leaders.
That's big. That's huge.
That's a big one. Critically acclaimed and best-selling author George Rucka, who we already talked about, already said, and master storyteller Mike Perkins, who we also already said the name of, team up for a tale of conspiracy, intrigue, and murder that pushes even Lois to her limits.
Lois's limits. What are they exactly? We'll find out.
I feel like she married Superman. It should be pretty high up there.
Yeah, I would think that's a pretty high bar. Okay, from Dark Horse Comics, a miniseries.
This is the shortest description here.
It is. It's No One Left to Fight, number 1 of 5, by Aubrey Sitterson and Fico Ossio.
Of Dark Horse Comics.
Yes, they've saved the planet countless times. What happens after the final battle has been won? A story of regret, resentment, and growing older. One that asks, what does a fighter do when there's no one left to fight? Thanks, Rig.
Sea of Stars, number 1 from Image Comics. Riggs is saying stuff, but I can't hear him. Jason, Aaron, and Dennis Hallam, and Stephen Green. Probably pronounces it Steven.
Probably.
Lost in the Wilds of Heaven. Part 1. Being a space trucker sounds like a cool job.
Actually, it does.
Space truck.
Like Space
Space
Delivery
Trucking.
Man?
Well, Space Trucking. That's a great song by Deep Purple. What?
I don't like being a space delivery man. That's what Fry did. And
That's
Futurama.
true. That is true.
Yeah, lots of adventures.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it can be boring as hell.
Whoa, Olivia. Holy cow.
I'm just reading the script, man.
Oh.
So when recently widowed Gil, name is Gil, with 1 L, gets a long-haul gig across the universe, he figures it's safe enough to bring his young son, Caden, along for the ride. That is, until their big rig gets bitten in half by a gigantic space leviathan.
Ooh, gotta hate that.
Now separated from his son with a breached suit that's venting oxygen at an alarming rate, Gil with one L must defy the odds and stay alive long enough to rescue Caden. I don't know how you just it's a space name. Space people spelling names weird. But meanwhile, Caden seems to be getting all the help he needs from a talking space monkey, capital S, capital M, riding a space dolphin, capital S, capital D, ... Or maybe it's the strange powers he's suddenly manifesting, question mark, exclamation point.
Jesus. I feel like I took an English lesson.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Another Marvel comic.
That one sounds cool,
It does sound cool.
by the way. It's Image, so you're usually cool.
Yep. Secret Warps.
What?
Warps. Remember those?
I remember those.
Soldier Supreme Annual #1.
Now
Written.
they're doing annuals.
Yes, they are.
That's kind of... Okay.
Well, they're keeping them around, so. Probably testing the waters for a new Secret Warps type series. Mark Wade and Al Ewing writing. Carlos E. Gomez and Alex Lenz with the art. Secret Warps Part 1. Acts of War.
Exclamation point.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the villains of Warp World trade foes, it begins a rift between Soldier Supreme and Iron Hammer that could tear the superhero community in half. But could this criminal conspiracy be the portent of a much bigger cosmic calamity?
Cosmic calamity.
Plus, a bonus tale of Soldier Supreme versus Baroness Umar for the fate of our nation.
Guys are into it today.
Space Bandits.
More space.
Also from Image Comics. But this one's a 1 out of 5 for mature readers. With Mike Millar and Matteo Scalera.
Love Mateo's art.
Miniseries premiere. Oh no. Thana Cahill and
Shut your case.
Sounds pretty good.
Thina Cahill and Cody Blue are among the universe's most wanted felons. Each the leader of their own criminal ops. They run heists across the galaxies, hopping from ship to ship to fleece everyone inside. But when both women are betrayed by their crews, Thina Cahill is a woman, and so is Cody Blue.
Okay.
Are betrayed by their crews, the bandits only have one thing on their minds. All caps, revenge.
There we go.
Period.
No exclamation point there.
No parentheses.
No parentheses, no nothing. But there is a colon in front of revenge between minds and revenge.
Well, yeah, because that's what...
So I don't know if the
Grammar
colon there has
indicates.
anything to do with Cahill.
If it's 50 years old, check that colon out.
I think it's pronounced coal, but...
It probably is. Alright, another Marvel Comics thing. Star Wars, AOR. So
Age of Resistance.
Finn, #1.
With 2 N's, because that's how it's spelled.
Finnan.
It's a 1 out of 1.
It is a 1 out of 1. Written by Tom Taylor and art by Ramon Rosanas. That's kind of fun to say. Before he was a rebel hero, Finn...
What if he says Raymond?
Maybe he does, but I like Ramon.
Or ramen.
Ramen.
You might say ramen.
Ramen. I eat ramen on the weekends. Finn had another calling. He was
...
a janitor.
What? I've never seen the sequels.
Me either. But how could this...
Oh, I have seen the sequel.
I have. Well, I saw the first one, but I haven't seen the next one. But how could this lead FN-2187 to question everything? Well, I'd probably be questioning a lot if I was a janitor. But how much action?
Like a clone man janitor?
Yeah. How much action can someone see mopping floors and dealing with a pest problem? It turns out a whole lot.
Star Wars Target Vader, #1 of 6, from also Marvel. Robbie Thompson, or Thompson, and Mark Lamming I don't know, something like that. The Hunter! Darth Vader is on the hunt for a mysterious criminal syndicate operating outside the Empire's rule. But little does he know he's being hunted by a group of the galaxy's deadliest bounty hunters hired by the syndicate to take Vader out once and for all.
Haha, good luck.
Led by fallen Imperial officer Baylor Valance. Oh, Baylor Valance. This ragtag group of assassins will stop at nothing to kill the biggest bounty of their lives.
Wow.
That sounds pretty good.
All right, so it's time to get serious.
Well, are we getting serious or are we talking about?
Let's do the other stuff first.
Okay, well then talk about yours first.
Oh my gosh, there's 3 Star Wars things that I actually like.
What?
The very first movie, the first Timothy Zahn trilogy, the Thrawn thing, whatever they call it, and this comic, Star Wars Legacy. This actually came out from Dark Horse, but since Marvel Disney has the rights now, they're putting out epic collections of it. And this is like takes the place in the far future, past like Return of the Jedi, like by several years, because Luke's dead and all that kind of stuff. But this is about his descendant, Cade Skywalker, who was a bounty hunter. And the Empire, there's a Sith Lord named Darth Krayt that's coming into power, and he's building the Empire again. And this is really, really fun stuff. I really like this. And, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? This covers issues 0 through 19. And it's $39.99. There's at least 2 volumes of these out. The series went on for a while, but I love that series. I had more fun reading that than I think anything ever I've done Star Wars related.
Wow.
I did. Riggs.
Picture that.
So, that's my back issue thingy.
I have 2 things to talk about. Steel Cage, because it's got 3 stories in one. 3 comic center. 1 comic leaves and becomes its own series. You got the story of True Identity, which is like a cop who is bad at his job and no one believes in and can do stuff, but he's also a superhero, Penultimate Man, who's a man from the future, but was like there's like the most evolved form of humanity with like cockeyed eyes.
Okay. Awesome.
Are like, it's so sad to see this primitive man here. He must be suffering. Go put him back with people from his time era. Put him back in time. Except if you go back to the time where people are as evolved as he is, he's like really dumb and not good at his job. So they put him even further back so he could excel. So he like manifests in this cop guy. I don't know. They didn't fully explain it because you got to read the whole series to have it fully explained. And then they got the story of Bright Boy, who's like the smartest guy ever. But if he starts thinking too much, he explodes.
Wow. I'd die. I would die.
And then there's like robots who are supposed to like be watching him to like find out why everyone dies. Whenever, or he doesn't die. He just like, I don't. You want to find out more? You gotta vote for it.
Yeah.
So it can become its own thing. And then they have this nice little story that goes along with it called Smithsonian to unveil new exhibit featuring FDR's jetpack chair. And I love this story. It's really good. It's like FDR is this alien and he has a telepathically controlled wheelchair that's a jetpack and has missiles that he can control telepathically.
Nice.
And they also describe it adorned with a pinup of Hollywood bombshell Rita Hayworth and the menacing slogan, "This machine kills fascists," and the chair nicknamed Kraut Killer was the Nazis' worst nightmare. And then they have a story called Walter, which is also really good, and it's about like this brain surgeon growing up and always wanted to be a brain surgeon, but he's really bad at surgeoning. So he just kind of like cheats his way up into medical school.
Oh.
Ooh. And then you got what was it? Noah's Ark. Noah Space Zark from Earth And so I thought, it's about him being, from the descriptions, he's like part of the circus still, the like zoo thing with all the animals, and then he just takes care of them. But no, they actually like escape.
Oh, okay.
And so he takes care of them there, and they're like taking him home, but the circus is still after them.
Evil circus.
So it's got a whole space adventure. So read it, vote for your favorite.
Yes. What was your favorite?
I think Noah's Ark.
You like that one the best?
Yeah, because the art for Bright Boy, it looks like their faces are like just put onto bodies.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite art, and this, I don't know, the penultimate man seemed okay.
So Noah's Ark.
But Noah's Ark had good art and good story, so.
Good. Well, there we go.
But that one was Mark Waid and Lena Subani, so.
Mark Waid, there you go.
That makes sense. And then I also read Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, which is the Spider-Man annual this year. You've got just classic Spider-Ham stuff. You got Aunt May, or Aunt Ham, whatever it was, and then,
I don't remember.
but then there's also Aunt May, where she's an ant.
Mm.
There's just a lot of good puns, like Spider-Gwen, where she's a penguin. That one was really good. And then this one, there's the Electro.
He's an eel. Cool.
And Dr. Octopussycat, because he's a cat.
Catapus.
Yeah, and then there's, in some stories, there's, Moose Stereo, but in this one, it's, Mysteriape, where he's an ape.
Okay.
And then there's Sand Manatee, and, the Hobgobbler, because he's a turkey. And then, Ductor Doom, where he's a duck.
Okay.
And then there's a little surprise appearance, and there's the like regular story, and then Frog is there, the Thor Frog, and then there's the Secret Roar Rages. So Secret War is Secret Roar, and Howard the Duck is there.
Oh, awesome.
As well as the all-seeing Chuatu Watchdog of Earth 8311. And they have names for all of the big storylines. But I don't remember what page it's on. So, hey, you read it? You like Spider-Ham? I like Spider-Ham. You want to read the first time that Spider-Ham came out? We got the True Believers. True Believers, or remake issues, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they're reprints. Yeah.
Reprint issues are only $1.
Yep.
Ooh. It's Spider-Ham. It's also got Goose Rider and Americat and Hulk Bunny. There's no real joke to Hulk Bunny other than he's a bunny.
He's a bunny.
Hey, you really like that one? The original one? The Marvel Tales? Like an animal tale?
Yeah.
Maybe you should read all of Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham. The complete collection. Number 1. It contains Marvel Tales #1, which you can get separate for $1. And also Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, #1 through 17. That's whole 18 issues for only $40.
There you go.
What? And it's all in there. It's all
there.
It's all there. I like Spider-Ham. He's cool.
I don't know much about these two books you're both promoting. Saw a shark eat them both once. That's all I got.
It's okay, Rig. That's enough. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, now we do have to get serious for a minute. One of our loyal fans, Mike Gillispie, recently found out that his son Elijah has a brain tumor, inoperable.
This time it is a tumor.
Yeah. The good news is that they were accepted at St. Jude's in Memphis, where they are now. They've got a GoFundMe page set up, which you'll see the link in the description below, to help out with the expenses while they're off work. Mike's been a loyal Excalibur customer for a long time and a big fan of Excalibur CCG TV. And we want to wish Mike and Elijah and the rest of their family the best and let them know that we'll be pulling for them, praying for them, send them good wishes, whatever you can do, money, whatever you can do to help would be very appreciated. Okay.
Be sure to... What, Riggs?
Oh,
What were you going to say?
I already said what I was going to say.
Okay.
I can't follow that. That's too serious anyway. I mean, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we said we were only going to get serious for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I already did my
Minute's up.
spiel.
So now it's back to mirth and...
But
Is
y'all
it-
were
is it
entertaining.
working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all were entertaining today. Right?
Good.
Okay, well, we're still recording. So be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for a notification every time we post a new video and comment and all the other things
Yes.
that I didn't say maybe.
You know
Share.
the drill. Yes. Share and share.
Website,
alike.
Twitter's, Facebook, locations, phone numbers.
I really need to look at that Twitter thing one day. But I'm not on Twitter, so I can't. Never mind.
You don't have to have an account to look at it.
You don't?
No.
No.
It's not like Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will.
Hey, why don't you check it out too? Bye!